Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. That was a very, very solid press conference.
Very good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. First, start off with a fucking giant fucking bomb with South Park.
Man, that was the last thing I expected them to throw out today. I expected them to be like, yeah, we're going to have some video games, and they're going to be enjoyable, but they're like, right off the gate. Oh, also, fucking new South Park RPG. Also, it's about Coon and Friends.
Coon and Friends, goddammit.
Also, here's the greatest comedians of all time, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, on stage right now.
Yeah, right. I mean, having those two and Aisha Tyler at the same time was just... Like, those three on stage at the same time was probably just one of the better moments of the entire E3 in itself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Stone and Trey Parker themselves are, like, they're comedic geniuses in everything that they do, basically. And they don't give a fuck.
That's true. I mean, they started... Sorry, not they. She started that conference off just going quickly into, like, the 18-plus zone, talking about, like, a lot of sexual innuendo.
Saying fuck a lot.
Throwing the Fs out there.
She's
hard.
always been that way. She's about girl boners not too long ago.
Lady boners.
She settled down a bit, but just like, damn, it was getting rough.
I think she started it off so strongly because she knew that South Park was going to be the lead there.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yep. Oh, forgot something that. Yeah.
But I mean, that title though, I didn't get it until you told me.
South Park Fractured Butthole.
Fractured
Butthole.
Butthole.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for that game to come out.
Man, I can't wait for that either. Maybe it won't take 10 years this time.
Yeah. Yeah, and after that, a new IP, For Honor.
For Honor, that looked interesting.
It did. It kind of, I feel like maybe it's the Fat Princess I've always wanted, but, you know, much grittier because you chop heads off.
I feel like it's the Dynasty Warriors always wanted.
Dynasty Warriors, but with...
If Dynasty Warriors was good.
If Dynasty Warriors was multiplayer.
Dynasty Warriors with more methodical combat and less killing everything.
And less trash.
Whatever.
And more PvP.
Yes, that... I'm interested to see how the combat works out.
I
feel like this needs like a weird directional blocking thing.
That guy with the cane, though, man, he was doing it. He did
Give it to you.
Yeah. It looks like that game is doing what that one Bethesda game is doing, but actually good.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
I'll probably play it. I'll pick it up.
And what was after that? Was it Trials Fusion?
Yeah, well, okay, after that, it was The Crew, an expansion for The Crew.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to pick that game up again. I reached max level, and I wasn't going any further than that.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that expansion pack for The Crew is probably the low point is pretty good for a conference.
Yes.
Right? And at least they had the decency to know, like, this isn't something people are going to get really excited about. So they just said, oh, this is a thing for The Crew. Here's a trailer. Move on.
Yeah.
Unlike EA, which was like, here's a mobile game based on fucking Minions. We'll show you that for 10 minutes.
And same thing with the Trials Fusion expansion with the whatever that was. They showed it, and we're done with it.
Awesome, Max. That was a fucking giant cat riding a fucking unicorn. Fuck me, you have a gun. It was nuts. It was pretty nuts.
It was something.
I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to do for Trials, but I might check it out to see what it is. And then next we had The Division.
My most anticipated game, for sure.
If we're in a fucking group, and any of you fuckers cross me, I swear to fucking God I'll find you.
That game is going to cause so many people to be very, very...
I can see Matt doing that, because he's just mad at us. Can you see that? I can see Matt doing that.
Yeah, I can see it. But, like, when they show the part where he has, like, the leave party, like, you know, notification on screen.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh no. Oh.
Yeah, it's just like he hit the leave party thing. They're like, Matt, why aren't you looting the body? Matt. Oh, no. No.
Here's the thing, though. If you're friends and you do that, you can't run. They'll find you. They know where you live, so you can't get away from that. Get away with that shit.
I mean, I have to wonder if the game will have some sort of actual like friendly fire option, but damn.
The weird like dynamics between different groups seems really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
But I feel like you get to a point where you just shoot people on sight just to keep it simple.
I mean, if we were partied, I just be like fuck up anyone who see it. Just fuck them up.
Yeah.
Don't give quarter. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't trust anyone.
No, it's the internet. You can't trust anyone.
But at the same time, they might make the challenges such that you would want more people there in order to be able to even get by.
But then it might create like a cool like Kane and Lynch multiplayer thing where you help each other to a point where you just crush each other to get bigger share of the loot at near the end.
That's true. You work together, and then whoever
at the end you cross.
Whoever backstabs first, like you're in like the final boss fight. About quarter life. Backstab.
That's kind of how Kane Lynch worked, which is Kane Lynch had a really cool idea with that with Dog Days. How you'd work together to get to the end, and like you get a share of the loot. But if you kill someone and take their shit, you get a bigger share of the loot. So that'd be a pretty cool thing.
Yeah. Or
is there another cool thing where in Kane Lynch where like one of you was undercover cop and you can let the other people know, so you kind of have to act like you were helping them and then cross them at the end to see if you could win. So maybe something like that might come into play kind of dynamically. It'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm. I really can't wait, and I have to wait till next year for it.
Yeah, next year.
God damn.
The beta is beginning next year, so fuck.
No, I think the beta.
Why do you have a beta 2 months before your game comes out?
Wasn't the beta December?
No, they said early next year. So that's January, and the game's out in March. That's not really a beta; that's a demo.
Okay. Next up, we had the space game, Space Cities.
Anno. Yeah, those have been around for a bit.
Anno's been around for a while. I remember it came out a while ago. Not this new one, but the Anno series. And I remember my friend Chris had it on PC, and he played it at a LAN party one time I saw it. It looks like a fun game. If you like city builders, it's future Sim City, basically. And it's a lot more managing of resources as well. But, I mean, it's in space now. You try to go to space, you build your space city.
Yeah, but the thing is, want to play that or Civ Beyond Earth?
I mean...
those are two very different games.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Those are two very different games.
Again, Anno seems... I mean, it looks like a single-player game, so...
It is.
Probably just like
probably.
I think the first one was.
But... Yeah, it's probably just like SimCity, and like, for people who like that, that's gonna be good, but...
Yeah,
and I am one of those people.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I might give it a look. I'm not sure. Next we had Just Dance.
No. Next we had memes.
Just Dance.
we had an attempt at memes.
Just Dance.
We had Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo came out, did a number for you.
And because I guess they have to do that now.
Because he's Robin for the first time since fucking 2009. So
they reaffirmed for us that we cannot be Jason Derulo, but we can be like him.
Yeah.
Great.
It will be on all platforms this October.
And that's the thing I was trying to remember from last year. Was it Dance Central or Just Dance that did the cell phone thing?
Just Dance.
It was Just Dance.
So they're just doing
There's no possible way Dance Central can do a cell phone thing.
Why?
None.
Why?
Because they read your fucking body.
Dance Central actually reads your body movements. Just Dance is more of a guesstimation list.
It's more like hit the right point with your right arm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know.
You can play Just Dance sitting down.
You could.
Well,
you're not supposed to, but you could.
Just Dance is trying to, I guess, hit the audience that bought the Connectless bone, which, they're like, well, Kinect's not working out, so let's make our game work without the Kinect.
Right.
Smart Glass is a really rad app. I love it. And
everybody has smartphones nowadays. Shouldn't be that hard. Just make the app free, and you're gold.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it seems kind of shoddy because it's like, well, you're basically saying your game takes no skill, but whatever.
It doesn't
works.
It doesn't take any skill.
It takes 0 skill.
Which is why it's so fucking popular. Tom Clancy's Siege.
Siege.
That is a tactical ass shooter.
It's almost embarrassing how long it took us in that trailer to find out it was Siege.
I knew it was Siege from the beginning.
What?
You mean the Angela Bassett shit? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the Angela Bassett thing.
Yeah, we should have known from the beginning. I thought it might have been Splinter Cell.
It could have. I mean, the whole thing they were going really hard with the potential danger of diseases in the future. This is like the second game I think that they've done that. The first being The Division.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Clancy loves diseases. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Tom Clancy loves diseases.
Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy.
Rest in peace, Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy. I wonder how this game would look like back in the Counter 64.
What?
Oh, god damn
God,
it.
yeah.
No, Mr. Caffeine. There was no.
I am
Mr.
so
Caffeine.
fucking happy Mr. Caffeine is going to be
I'm
nowhere near.
slightly disappointed, but I get it. I get it.
I feel like Nintendo would miss the point and put him on their fucking thing. No, Reggie has enough sense to not do that. I think Reggie's smart enough to not do that.
Reggie knows what's going on.
Reggie's hip to the jive.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
No, Siege looks cool. Personally, I felt that the demo was kind of funny. I think employing that much strategy against computer opponents is kind of silly, but they really wanted to show off how this game's supposed to be played. And I believe in a multiplayer situation, it makes a lot more sense. And that's really what I'm trying to gear up for here in this. Looks pretty. Destructible walls.
Yeah, I mean, there's not been a game like Rainbow Six Vegas in a long time. Closest we've gotten to was Tom Clancy's Phantoms, which scratched that tactical shooter itch. But this seemed like the proper tactical next-gen shooter.
Well, I mean, Phantoms, it was tactical, but at the same time it had the Call of Duty feel because you just kept respawning.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. Did you? Yeah, you did. Okay, yeah. In this game you won't. It's just like the more like the Counter-Strike style, right?
Yeah.
So.
Let me put it this way: when you die in the game, you die in real life.
Right. Sorry,
Well,
I forgot.
It's more like like you go down, you're down. You're down for the rest of the round.
Yeah, and I think that's a better type of game. I like that more. Higher consequence for your actions.
Well, it depends on the mode too.
Holy crap! What is that?
Oh Jesus Christ! Did I? Oh, hold on a second. I think I know. Oh, that's why. Okay, I forgot I added Chantel to the call at some point.
Oh. What do
Chantel, are you there?
I am. Do you
Okay. Yeah, we're in the middle of a thing right now, so you're just here. Whatever, it's cool.
Oh.
About my E3.
Alright.
E3 happened.
So let's move on.
Yeah.
What's next?
Trackmania.
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 It's back. It's back with a vengeance.
Yeah, man, that was
was
some nuts shit.
Crazy.
It was pretty cray.
I thought the first-person mode was just hilariously awesome. And then when he just suddenly mentioned at the end, oh, VR demo, by the way, I'm like,
Not to mention, we have a mode where you can just create a random track anytime you want, just play it, who cares?
and
Yeah.
it's
I was like
awesome.
legitimately like invested in him getting through that track because he
Me
didn't
too.
practice
I
that.
was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Because that was a live thing. It was
Exactly.
like going out, giving it to you, and he had not played the track before. He was like, "We're doing it right now," and I'm like, "Yeah."
It was
Rad.
awesome.
That's how
Rad.
demos should be. That was a very, very good demo for a very, very interesting
Well,
game.
no, demo should be pre-recorded, so there's no possibility for failure.
I don't know. I like the possibility for failure. I like live demo.
Didn't Battlefield 4 like crash last year?
Okay,
Yes, it did.
That's a.
And did Assassin's Creed 4 crash 2 years ago?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I kind of do.
Just pre-record people who want playing the game and act like you're playing the game. Easy.
I do want to play that, kind of like a couch party game. It
Oh
looks
yeah,
like a lot of
Mania
fun.
looked awesome. Yeah.
And then we had Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now, to me, after showing all this other stuff I've been through so far, this seemed almost weak. You know?
Well, I heard the thing. They showed a 10-minute demo of the game like a month ago. So like, if you want to go look at the game, you can look at the game. It's an Assassin's Creed game. You stab guys.
The whole point of them
Hardcore.
putting that thing out here was the fact that they wanted a
Sweet
cinematic
ass
trailer.
CG trailer.
They've put out gameplay of the game before.
Yeah.
That would be new. And they did say, like, it's going to be playable around the world and at E3. Just go out to the show floor, which is technically the people that are in that press room are going to be on the show floor at E3.
Please
So,
come by our booth and play it around the world so you can do our QA for us.
basically, yeah. They really don't want to fuck it up again. They
fucked
really
up
don't.
real bad last year.
Because last year they did that live demo thing, or not the live demo, they did the gameplay demo, and that level didn't end up even being in the end of the game, and it didn't work anything like the regular game. So they want to show people now, like, look, we want you to play this game and tell us how you like it so we can make it the game that you want to play.
No more goddamn like recon missions where you just follow someone around.
Exactly.
Stop that. God. Also, let me not fall through the world so many times.
That'd be nice, you know.
That'd be nice.
A little less falling.
Yeah. Let me be in a stained glass room and have it not drop down to 55 frames per second.
And then finally we have something none of us expected. None of us.
Ghost
And I
Ghost
actually
Recon.
think it's pretty fucking sweet. Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Awesome.
An
Looked
open
awesome.
world. So, open world multiplayer?
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Right?
Yes.
It looks
like it looked like almost like the whole thing with the crew, where it
It's-
like panned out. And you could see other squads moving around the map and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
so it's open world.
It's a bad boys game I always wanted.
And you can approach objectives in that world from different angles.
And
And
start
that's-
cocaine.
And mix blood and cocaine. Yeah. It looks really cool. Actually,
It looks rad.
I
It looks rad.
had no idea, and now I do, and now I kind of.
Now my issue is there's a lack of Splinter Cell. There's a
Well-
lack of Prince of Persia. There's a lack of anything beyond good and evil.
Mike, we're never going.
We're
to
not
see-
getting beyond good and evil too. I know.
We're never seeing that game again.
We never are, and it's a shame because it'd be so cool.
But it looks like at least they're cycling through Tom Clancy franchises.
Tom
So
Clancy franchises, yes.
We'll see Splinter Cell again, I'm sure. It's just this wasn't the year for it.
Right. And we'll get probably Watch Dogs 2 next year.
You know what I think it was? I think it was because they did so many Splinter Cell games in a row that they kind of were like, let's back off on this one for a while. And maybe
not-
some of...
Not really. 1, 2, 3, Double Agent, Conviction, and Blacklist. That's really it.
Yeah, but they did...
That's across, like, what, 15 years?
They did Conviction and Blacklist really close together.
No, Blacklist was like 2011?
Blacklist was showed off when I was at
No,
E3.
Conviction was 2011, Blacklist was 2013.
Yeah, it was
2
only 1
years.
year.
It's 2 years.
Yeah, and they want to put those studios on other franchises that
Assassin's
didn't
Creed.
get as much love.
Put them on Assassin's
No,
Creed.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, they gotta keep busting out Assassin's Creed. They can't stop Assassin's Creed.
No, you can't stop the Creed.
Um,
You can't stop the ass. You know what I'm saying, right?
but this was a really well.
It was really well done.
Conference.
Yeah, Alicia Tyler, the goddess of gaming.
As a whole package of a press conference, I think this was probably the best one we've seen today.
Yes, as a whole, like, yes, it was just well-rounded. Yes, like
there was
Microsoft
no-
had the WoW thing with the VR, but it wasn't as well-rounded as this.
There was no filler in this press conference, really. Like, if you look at
Jason Derulo.
that was a little bit of filler, but I mean, it served the purpose of promoting one of their most popular franchises.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And they didn't. I don't think that Jason Derulo song went on over long. Like
Jason
you know,
Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
It didn't go on over long like Pele did.
Pele, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pele is an outstanding footballer.
Yes.
But we're talking about games. So yeah. I mean, it was great. It was great.
It was a great press conference.
Ubisoft, ever since Mr. Caffeine, they've corrected themselves and just been excellent, just giving it to you every single time.
They don't bullshit you. I like that.
They really don't.
EA bullshitted us. EA bullshitted us a lot.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful game.
The most beautiful.
Most beautiful game.
The
Hashtag.
Most,
Hashtag play beautiful, Lee. It's beautiful, beautiful Lee. Ruben, you know this.
Is that like Beautiful Joe? But
Play, fuck me. I play Beautiful Joe. Is that Nintendo?
yeah, well, it was
Grasshopper.
That's,
Or
actually, that's
Platinum?
actually platinum, yeah.
That was Grasshopper.
No, it was Platinum Games.
Okay.
It was Clover. It was Clover Studios.
Clover, Return to
became
Grasshopper.
Games.
Oh, Platinum. Okay, well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Sony. Looking forward to see what they do, if anything.
Sony
Yep.
could be really good, or they
They be
gave
really good or real bad.
It's either that's really good, or they gave all their best shit to Square Enix, so Square Enix will be really good.
Last year during the part when they were talking about movies, I fell asleep. I actually fell asleep.
Yeah. I think Sony has. I mean, I saw people talking about what might be in Sony, and there's potential in there. If they actually, for fuck's sake, show off The Last Guardian, that's a possibility. If they show off Final Fantasy VII, that's a possibility.
That would wreck everything.
I don't think they will show.
No, they won't.
Like, again, this is based on the idea that Final Fantasy VII is actually something they're doing. We don't know that yet. We've heard rumors. But if they were to show off Final Fantasy VII, I don't think they would do it during the Sony press conference. I think they would save that for Square Enix's
For
press
Tuesday.
conference.
Yes.
Yes.
But
But I
that's
mean,
gonna
The
happen.
Last Guardian has potential to be shown off in there for sure. And if they show that off, that's a real big get because that's a game that's been in development since fucking Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes. About
Oh, yeah.
9 years now. Almost 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. Shadow Colossus was 2005, so 10 years.
Um,
It's actually,
I
that's actually platinum, yeah.
think Beautiful Joe.
That's it.
That's it for me.
Ubisoft was great. Great.
So next up, Sony at 6. So we got about
Sony
an
at 6.
hour. All right. We'll be
All right.
back then.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.